Welcome to my September Country Diary update. In this video, I'm going to show you my new botanical illustrations for September. So here's my country diary, and I'll be showing you my September pages this video. So here's my last August page. You can check out that video to see more of the August pages. And here's September. My title page is the mountain ash tree. I have the leaves, berries, and then the cross section of the berries. My lettering inspired by Edith Holden's Country Diary of an Edwardian Lady. And I have my notes on the other side, and I just put my notes in. So I have the date, and then I write something in very similar to Edith Holden's book. And then for the next page, I have these lovely little blackberries, and I actually used some water-soluble or watercolor pencil as well as paint for these. I used a bit of the pencil on the berries as well as the little branch of thorns. The pencil really helped me get more of a defined line and points and this ridge on the vine, I guess it would be called. And then as well as these tiny little thorns on the smaller branches, and sped up the amount of time it took to do each little drupule of the berries while still easily reserving the highlight, and then adding the tiny little hairs to every drupule of the berry as well. So this is the first time I've actually done watercolor and watercolor pencil together, and I was really happy with the results. I used a black and a violet pencil for the berries, and then just sort of a purpley red color for the vine, and I used Staedtler brand as well as Derwent. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with how this turned out. It was a lot quicker doing berries this way. I've done berries before, all with watercolor and my tiny little brushes, and it's just a lot more sort of fine detail brushwork to get the same amount of definition in that small area. Here are some clips of the blackberry painting that I filmed, and you can see I'm using my Staedtler black watercolor pencil right now to define the edges of the berry drupules and get those really precise lines and concentrated color while easily maintaining my highlights on each little drupule. Then I took my 00 brush, and now I've wetted the colored pencil and I'm blending it like watercolor paint, and this is a really great way to paint berries. And then after that, I sharpened my pencil even more and added the tiny little hairs, I guess. There's one out of each drupule. And so I did that for the berries, and then I used my 00 brush and just watercolor paint for the leaves. This is step 3. You can see I've got the first layer in the veins already in, and this is how I'm building up the detail on the leaves for step 3 and finishing them off with defining some of the serrated edges there and just blending it out. And I mostly used my 00 brush for this. I do tend to use smaller brushes, and this is wet on dry, and many of my classes in the watercolor garden go over just exactly how I paint like that. And then to finish it off, I did wet on dry for the little branch, and then I used my black watercolor pencil to add in the little thorns. And then I did only get 3 pages done. September was pretty busy, but considering I originally set out to do only 2 pages each month, I'm pretty happy I've been able to get a few more finished. This is Honeysuckle or Lonicera. I chose to do 2 types of Lonicera shown here. So there is siliciosa here, which is sort of our most common native type of honeysuckle here. And then this is it after it's flowered, and the berries are prevalent. And the leaves sometimes turn this like beautiful dusky indigo color. It's really interesting. So I really wanted to paint that. And then this is Lonicera Hippodula, I believe. This is California honeysuckle or pink honeysuckle. And there is some of this at the marsh. So this is from an actual photo that I took on my walks. This is pink, and I didn't have time to do all colors, so I did my ink illustration, which I also really like with the background, but these are more orangey red. So I thought it was really fun to choose one type of plant, a species, and then show some of the subspecies. So that's this little study, and I really liked how it worked out. I'm using my 00 brush again, and another tip that I have for you is that I have two 00 brushes, one that I use for fine lines like right here with a very sharp tip, and the other one that I use for blending so that I don't mind getting the tip dulled down a little bit. And this works really well for keeping one for really precise line work. If you're interested in learning how to paint more botanicals and more about my 3-step painting method, then you can check out the free class I have linked below, How to Paint a Wild Rose, and it goes into more detail about all of my 3-step method and my approach to botanical painting, and it is a free class. If you want to access more of my classes, I have many classes and hours of real-time lessons in my school online, which is the Watercolour Garden, and it is open for enrollment. And along with all the classes, you get to participate in monthly challenges and the online community and attend any of my live workshops for free. So if you're interested in that, then check out the link in the description below. Right now for the month of October, we are doing a fall leaf painting challenge, and I've launched a lesson on how to paint an oak leaf with line and wash technique, and it comes with a cheat sheet and a full instruction sheet as well. So they're really helpful resources if you're really serious about improving your botanical art. So that's it for my September pages. I'm really looking forward to sharing October with you. I have one study penciled in so far. This is the Gary Oak with some oak leaves and an acorn here. So I'm looking forward to getting started to paint that soon. And yeah, I'll look forward to hopefully getting at least 2 or 3 pages done in October as well.